The first thing you do after awakening your cheat ability is, it means handing yourself over to the state and request the state to report you. Just because you feel a system called the Dimensional Gate Awakened can be randomly transported to another world, but every time it's turned on, all require one-time explosive charging. First-time travel. You are in 3 worlds. Choose the one that seems safest, the Heaven Sword and Dragon Saber. Unexpectedly, the system directly allowed you to reach the or defeat Zhang Sanfeng head-on. You were completely stunned when you saw the task. Even if Zhou Zhiru falls in love with you, it's more reliable that they'll definitely defeat Zhang Sanfeng. More importantly, the energy provided by your little bit of explosive, the portal can only last for half a day. Fortunately, you have the information advantage of they completely fooled Master Zhang. Before leaving, Old Zhang has imbued you with a pure inner strength, a handwritten copy of the Wudang Jian Palace. In addition, a few pills to strengthen the body. After realizing that your individual strength is too insignificant, since they resolutely reported this matter to the state, not just for myself, even more so for the love for the country and the nation in his heart. 1 month later, a middle-aged man led several talks. The scientists walked in. Light rain. We have reported your situation to the national authorities at each level. After testing, we found the cultivation manual you brought back. It is theoretically feasible, but you were put to a high explosives test. It's still too risky. As if you and several others were involved in this matter. When the argument continues, suddenly, an elderly man wearing a Zhongshan suit walked in. The visitor was one of the highest leaders of the Long Kingdom, the sea stabilizing pillar, codenamed Dragon. I know about what happened to you, young comrade. Your courage and patriotism. On behalf of the country, I express my gratitude. Facing this legendary figure, a sense of respect welled up within you. But you know, now is not the time for politeness. Long missed time is precious. Time is the sole criterion for testing truth. Dragon Hair nodded. A resolute glint flashed in his eyes. Thunderous storms are about to begin again. Starry Sky test site at highest security. 1 hour later, you find yourself in the middle of a vast, empty, sandy area. He really just stood there. Target and position, Cloud Storm 10 ready. Countdown to 1987. Emission. As a magnificent mushroom cloud rose. A layer of naked eye, almost imperceptible transparency. Your passport keeps you away. Energy absorption complete. Cloudstorm Fuji Warm Duck Egg stabilizes energy level 100 points. The current portal can be maintained for 30 days. Please choose one of the following 3 worlds. However, looking at the 3 options that popped up in her mind, a smirk involuntarily appeared at the corner of your mouth, a source of calamity. This is great. The Matrix has a high level of technological sophistication, but the risks are also very high. As for the last one, what the heck is SpongeBob SquarePants? Go catch jellyfish or go to Bishabu Sands' newly released Xiaoyu. Report your situation. Are you still alive? Living well? Unprecedentedly good. Dragon Elder, Thunder General and others. The door can be opened. There are 3 world options this time. The first one is called the Source of Disaster. 6 hours later, you appear in the strategic conference room deep underground. So this is the current situation. The energy from the cloud storm was exchanged for 100 energy This allows the portal to open and remain open for 30 days. After a heated discussion, you will eventually. The most reliable source of calamity was chosen. After all, the technology inside is 100 years behind the present. Young comrade, then please confirm your option. The world has been chosen. The main questline Source of Calamity has been generated. Please choose one of the 2 options immediately. Mission 1. Turn right and become Help the Star Federation. Defeat the source of evil at the center. All. The nimble hand that invaded the center removed the mission from the country. Reward. Unknown. Mission 2. Eliminate the weeds at the root. With thunderous means. thoroughly from the roof. Clear away the evil support that entrenched in the center. Core mission, reward unknown. Upon hearing that we could fight the Japanese devils, General Thunder immediately shouted excitedly, Renwei, not only to make up for past regrets, it also ensures that in the future, there will never be another future of invasion. After assembling the two strongest teams representing the Dragon Standing Kingdom, heavy equipment, synthetic rain, you pass through a portal that is hundreds of meters high. We arrived at the edge of a sparse grove of trees. Good boy. This is even more exciting than the news and movies. At the same time, the observation room in the main world, hearing thunders clear, report. An amazing cheer erupted. Report to the general. Based on drone survey and comparison, we are about 30 kilometers away from Panshi town. Upon hearing this, Lei Ting's eyes lit up. The Battle of Rock instantly came to mind. Doesn't that mean that old guy's special? The Mecha Beast team is almost here. Then, you immediately instruct the swarm drone attack system. Prepare to execute divine justice. Good plan. Target, Serpent Commando. Required within 3 seconds. From the planet. Wipe them clean from this world. Soon, the main world command center's large screen. More than 180 red dots representing the Sunflower Commando team. They all went out at the same time. Just as Li Yunlong led all his troops towards the Quantum Legion of the Divine Dragon When the general offensive was launched, you descended from the heavens with 2 legions of divine soldiers. It instantly destroyed even the beast's position. Old Li, I always felt this is related to yesterday's Kusher Commando team. The complete annihilation is inextricably linked to this. There must be one. A force we don't know is helping us. Who cares who it is? Anyone who helps us kill chickens and transform beasts is our dear father. I just don't know when this biological father will. Can it appear again? Just then, a communications soldier rushed in a panic. Commander Li, political someone outside wants you to come over. They said they helped us fight off our allies who had gotten thinner yesterday. After learning that Commander Wei would also be arriving, Commander Li rushed to the agreed location. The two are meeting for the first time. Let me introduce myself. My name is Xiaoyu. This is General Thunder. We come from the Dragon Kingdom, a place you can't understand yet. Mutual fraud. The word popped into Li Yunlong's mind subconsciously. But looking at the cold, steel structure before me, he swallowed his words back. What kind of con artist has such a large entourage? Does Your Excellency mean that you are not affiliated with the Federation? It is not a state. At this moment, General Thunder spoke up. We come from the Dragon Kingdom. There is only one purpose for coming here. Assist you as quickly as possible. The most thorough way. May all the priests who corrupt your land. By completely zeroing out the layer. However, we need your full cooperation. Follow orders. We will establish a joint command. Military operations led by us. Your original organizational structure remains unchanged. Operational orders must be strictly followed. Li Yunlong's eyes darted around. Follow their orders. Then I'll become a grandson. But upon further reflection, with such awesome equipment, with such adorable firepower, being a grandson doesn't seem like a bad deal after all. Those silly Lin brothers. General Lei, the physical cleanup you mentioned. Could you demonstrate it to me first? General Thunder then issued the battle order. The first wave of fire is expected to begin in 15 minutes. Target clearing. All high-value military targets within Dragon City. And the gathering point of vital forces. Hearing this, Li Yunlong opened his mouth as if to say something, but he found himself speechless. Clear Dragon City in 15 minutes. Is he talking in his sleep or singing? Let's give the two of you a live broadcast of the big show. What is the fury of heavy aluminum from the future? 15 minutes later, satellite images over Long Hill. Red trails appeared. Then came a deafening roar. Now, the first biological flight group of the Source of Calamity Consortium. It should become a sea of fire. This is their arms depot. Not even a trace was left. This is even though they are under the command of the headquarters. Donkey Command Headquarters. Gurgle. Li Yunlong swallowed hard. How many cannons would it take to produce that sound? Your commander didn't run away. If I had to say, it can be understood as a kind of extremely good. A rocket that can find its own way. The range is only a few hundred to 1,000 kilometers. The error should not exceed the size of one desk. At this moment, the two of them finally understood what you meant from a physical perspective. What does clear mean? Alright, the two dramas have come to an end. Commander Li should go to Longpeng to claim the fruits of victory. Upon hearing this, Li Yunlong suddenly realized he was going to make Having made their fortune, they then assembled their troops and charged towards Dragon City. He began to execute other plans. With the transmission and deployment over the past few days on this planet, a satellite network covering the entire sky has been initially established, destroying the Star Continent, the stronghold of the source of all evil within the territory. You set your sights on the enemy's stronghold. First, they dispatched the Shenlong Skyfighter, slay all the service interceptors who dared to take to the skies, then use Dongfeng Express to eliminate biological warships symbolizing deep-sea dominance. Finally, Miss Kia was used. Completely destroy the master who symbolizes the source of evil. Core consciousness. The main quest, purification of the root, is now complete. Completion rate, 512%. Exceeded the target, based on task completion. Final reward settlement. Please choose two rewards from the following 5 options. However, looking at the 5 beams of spiritual light that were generated, because regardless of the choice, either of those two is enough to advance the technology instantly of the Dragon elevated by hundreds of years. So you left the final choice entirely to Elder Long. Unexpectedly, Master Long asked you to choose. Since you asked, then I'll venture to say a few words from an outsider's perspective. I choose number 1. The sphere of the world is not just about resources. It also leaves behind a sense of responsibility. A guarantee. Guarantee the Star Federation of that world, under our protection. Rebuilding homes, until you have the power to protect yourself. We can't save them and then ignore them. I agree. A hint of approval flashed in Elder Long's eyes. No lies. It's just a signal for you to continue. My second choice is number 5. Strengthen its freedom, Gundam. Although nuclear weapons are the stabilizing force, however, the technology brought by the Changxi Freedom Gundam, it can quickly make China's technological level take the lead. Hundreds of years of world. More importantly, we can also go to other worlds to continue our advancement. People will always be united. That is the way of the king. The young comrade is right. We will proceed according to Comrade Xiaoyu's suggestion. We selected system numbers 1 and 5. The reward has been selected. World Sphere. Strike Freedom Gundam is distributing rewards. Please select Strike Freedom Gundam immediately. Subway. Countdown 29 minutes and 59 seconds. Is this idiot? Why are the system rewards still available for a limited time flash sale? You then immediately informed everyone. We must find a place immediately. Gundam sign. Otherwise, the item will be automatically returned after the specified General time. Thunder will lead you to the evacuation site. And Elder Long. Then take this opportunity to throw the newly emerging problem at Xiaoyu. You see, once the world's hair is established, but it means that we have established a connection with another world. Long-term and inseparable connection. We can't always rely on Comrade Xiaoyu to open the door alone. We can't always rely on General Thunder to lead the troops. Cut the weeds and eliminate. At this point, a department is needed to handle the following. Aid to establish diplomatic cultural exchange. Even the reconstruction of order. Let's call it the Wanji Network and Development Center. What do you think? The Department of Long now, which focuses on strategic planning, and it must be of high standard. With his high authority, he will be responsible for our future. All things in the world. This is not just diplomacy. It is also about the development and management of civilization. Elder Long nodded in satisfaction. That's settled then. You take the lead. A charter should be drawn up as soon as possible. 1 month later, just when you're bored, you use a knife too. During the simulation, Elder Long suddenly suggested that it was time for another time travel. The method used this time was nuclear bomb recharging. Everyone present was astonished by Elder Long. You mean using nuclear weapons to power the system? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Firstly, to solve the system's energy problem. Secondly, to let the outside world see. Do we have the confidence? Light a firework on your own land. I have a question. If detonated underground, my 30 minutes of invincibility, I'm afraid they'll be buried alive and defeated. So we're not underground. Choose that old location in the wilderness and Gobi Desert. Upon hearing this, General Thunder suddenly awoke with shockwaves and radioactive fallout from a ground-based nuclear explosion. That's terrifying, Comrade Xiaoyu. Even if nothing happened, subsequent recovery efforts could not proceed. Who said we need to use people to recycle it? Looking at the corner of the conference room, the one covered by the velvet curtain, the giant model of the person. Do you understand, General Thunder? Use Gundam to pick people up. A week later, you appear in the heart of the Sea of Death. 321 ignition. There was no earth-shattering noise, only a single white sphere brighter than the sun. And detected ultra-high-intensity explosive energy. Begin to absorb energy. Absorption efficiency 100% to 100%, 500%. Post invincibility activated. 29 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. You did not feel pain. There was only one unprecedented sense of satisfaction. Energy absorption complete. A total of 1,000 units of energy were absorbed in this operation. Then a light blue virtual panel appeared, appearing before your eyes. Are you surprised? My various stats have more than tripled. There are 20 minutes left. You're panicking, huh? Can the command center hear us? Deliveryman. Are you still going to accept your goods? If you don't come, I'm going to sunbathe on this crystal clear sandy beach. Just when less than 5 minutes had passed. Strike Freedom Gundam is here. What will surprise you even more is you found in the cockpit. It was actually from that think tank. The youngest materials science major, biomedical experts, Comrade Shen Yueyao. Welcome aboard. Looking at the other person's sexy and charming aura, you were stunned for a moment. Doctor. Hi. Shen. I didn't expect it to be you. Then you sit right next to him. I don't know why. Your heart skipped a beat for no apparent reason. Buckle up. We're heading back. Looking at the breathtaking cleavage beneath the other's body, he swallowed hard. Do not look at what is improper. But it's hard to look away. The designer of this pilot suit is an absolute genius, not a devil. She understands men so well. Shen Yueyao noticed your gaze. A slight upturn of the corners of his mouth did not reveal Comrade Xiaoyu. How does it feel to ride a Gundam? Excellent view. Powerful. Excellent shock absorption, especially the driver. Speaking of which, you got stuck. You can't exactly say the driver is attractive, can you? Perhaps Shen Yueyao burst out laughing. Especially the driver. Excellent skills, right? Yes, Doctor. Shen truly lives up to his reputation as the heavenly swordmaster. That driving skill is simply divine. After a brief period of happiness, you have arrived at your destination. Is the brat all right? Comrade Xiaoyu, you've worked hard. How does my body feel? Is there anything not very good? Unprecedentedly good. It feels like you can still kill a bull with one punch these days. The armored type. Half an hour later, the 3 worlds you will draw have been described. The first option is Tian Long Babu. You instantly thought of the 18 subduing dragon palm, Lingbo Waibu, 6 meridian divine sword, and the fairy sister. However, seeing the second option, your expression froze instantly. The 3-body problem is that 3-body problem where you don't need to answer. Just throw that biface membrane away. The 3-body problem could compress the solar system into a single drawing. You take a deep breath, forcing myself to focus on the third option. Then, you saw the primordial world radiating golden light. You completely stopped talking, and this time, everyone's opinions were very rational. Choose the worst version of Tian Long Babu. World. Selected Tian Long Babu main quest generation in progress. Please stay. Choose one of the following to main quests. Task 1. Meeting 5. Defeating the hidden Shaolin monk fair and square. No modern technology may be used during the mission. Weapons and external forces only usable from this world or similar. Martial arts abilities acquired from the world. Reward location mission 2. The dignified host. How can one be all alone? Please host. Display your charm. Successfully master the martial arts of this world. Wang Yuyan, the treasure trove of human forms. Make him fall in love with you. Be your partner. The reward location is the task shown on the screen. General Thunder's expression turns strange, compared to directly defeating the hidden Shaolin monk. With a greater inclination to win over Wang Yuyan, just facing the crowd, you feel your cheeks getting hot. Comrade Xiaoyu is ambitious. For the nation, we dare to challenge emotional difficulties. I admire you. After confirming the task, the think tank immediately began discussions. Research on how to win over ancient beauties. This topic, it's much more interesting than studying cold, hard technology. At this point, you offered your opinion, Mr. Long. Dear leaders, I have a question about the quest in Tianlong Babu. I recommend you check out the guide. What about Wang Yuyan's task? I will definitely do my best, but there's always a chance of something going wrong. If I fail, we can't let this trip be in vain. So, I suggest that the national team's main players also go in. What kind of place is Tianlong Babu? The world of martial arts. There must be a lot of good stuff. What 1,000-year-old ginseng? 100-year-old Xiaoyu. Various precious medicinal materials. These are treasures that you can't buy in the real world. And those lost martial arts manuals. This is of great help to the study of Juyan Palace. We can organize a professional scientific expedition team. Take away all the rare and precious treasures that can be packed up. That way, even if my mission there doesn't go smoothly, at least, it can also recoup the energy consumed by the portal. After listening to your fallacious reason, the expressions of the people present vary. Just then, Old Long spoke first, and Comrade Xiaoyu is right. Personal tasks must be completed. National interests must be protected. Do as you say. Then, this important task was entrusted to General Thunder. As preparations proceed, you were also forced to begin ancient ritual and language crash courses. Try the refreshing tea made with milk. You took the cup and took a sip. A cool sensation instantly spread throughout my body. Doctor, Shen's preparations are going well. Our great hero Lin went to chase girls for the sake of the country. How do you feel? Your old face turned red, Doctor. Stop making fun of me. Me now. The thought of falling in love with a young lady from ancient times. It's so big. What if someone likes his single-mindedness? My resurrected cousin. What to do? My modern guide to picking up girls. In ancient times. I'm afraid I'll be beaten to death as a lecher. Looking at your gloomy face, Shen Yueyao burst out laughing. Our rudimentary humanoid beasts. There are times when I feel worried. If you don't rescue me, I'll personally guide you. Pointing to the pretty face in front of you. Your heartbeat is once again a disobedient shackle. Your guidance is correct. In terms of practical experience, I may not have much to say, but in terms of theoretical knowledge, and also the ability to understand men's minds, I dare say no one in the entire base knows more about this than me. Do you want to learn? You swallowed hard. This scene, how can it compare to running to Wang Yuyan in demigods? More stimulation. Looking at Shen Yueyao's eyes, her watery peach blossom eyes blinked. You felt your throat move up and down. You absolutely must learn this. For the country and for the people. Sacrifice the self. Complete the greater self. Then watch carefully. Pursuing a girl is sometimes like fighting a war. To strike unexpectedly and catch the enemy off guard. For example, Shen Yueyao suddenly walks up to you. Without warning, he reached out and gently pushed. Then he leaned down and got close to you. Looking at that ditch, he revealed himself to you without reservation. You feel like your mind is blank. Do you understand? Sometimes a little bit of assertiveness and sudden close contact. It will instantly shatter the other party's psychological defenses. Your eyes twitched, and your psychological defenses. You feel like your physical defenses are about to collapse. Dr. Shen, isn't your guidance a bit too in-depth? At this moment, Shen Yueyao extended a slender jade finger. Apply to your lips. That stopped you from saying anything more. Experience it with your heart. Just when you were about to pounce on him, Shen Yueyao suddenly straightened up. She regained her elegant and composed demeanor. That concludes today's theoretical guidance. The rest is up to you to figure out. Lin, the great hero, you're lying on the sofa, panting heavily. This woman is absolutely a vixen. A few days later, about 10 people gathered behind you, fully armed special forces. Comrade Xiaoyu, are you ready? Reporting to Elder Long. We can leave anytime. Good to remember. Safety first. Mission 2. Criminal charges can be waived if necessary. Another base. 2 full-scale combined arms brigades standing in front of General Thunder. Listen up, all of you. Our mission this time is summed up in one word: robbery. It's not about searching, it's about strategic resource transfer. What if Li's in the sky and Ren's on the ground? Swimming in the water, grown in the soil. As long as experts keep saying it has value, pack them all up and take them with you. What 1,000-year-old Ginseng, 100-year-old Ganadome, Tianshan Snow Lotus. Seeing him was like seeing his own father. Dig it back for me. Those martial arts manuals, whether it is carved in stone, it was written on parchment. Tear down everything you can, including the walls. I need the photographer to take pictures of everything that can't be moved, and those so-called true moves. I saw him aim the tranquilizer gun at me and fire. If you can't knock me out, then use a high-voltage electric shock. Wear the alloy chain directly while walking. Sending it to the elderly via shipping. Our slogan is wherever we go. Hunkau Coast. Prioritizing scientific research value. Make sure to safely transport the precious resources of the other world. Bring back to the Federation efficiently and comprehensively. Did you understand? Lin, the great hero. Are you ready to embark on your romantic journey? Sister, I'll be watching over you from heaven. Don't embarrass me, you cough. Trying to avoid seeing dazzling scenery. Don't worry, Dr. Shen. Guarantee the completion of the task. System activates teleportation. Receive the world's chosen Tianlong Babu. Portal open. Through the thin light curtain. You have arrived at a forest full of primeval atmosphere. Then provided to the think tank. Suspected to be Manchuo Villa or Yan. Head towards the ancestral home. Just as you were wondering where to find Wang Yuyan. While in the restaurant, I overheard the discussions among the chivalrous Mirong Guang's heroic style. To be held at the Swallow House. Martial Arts Exchange Conference at Huangshu. Then came the sound of weapons clashing. You saw it as soon as you rushed out of the tea house. A group of men in black wielding steel knives. They are besieging several guests. And in the middle was a person. There are few people wearing pale yellow clothes. It seems to be your goal for this trip. Wang Yuyan, the little beauty, come with us. Your pupils instantly. I heard, damn, but the script is wrong. This kind of thing didn't happen in the original scene of abducting a woman in the street. What happened to the promised infiltration? But at that moment, you simply don't have time to think. He crashed into the side of the man in black wielding a knife. Get the hell out of my way. The man in black was then knocked several meters away. The remaining men in black were enraged upon seeing this. Several guests were dropped. They consider you a prime target. Just then, suddenly several gunshots rang out. It trembled slightly. He then realized that it was the Lynx and their gang who had made the move. This efficiency, this precision, as expected of a product from Lanjiao. His marksmanship is really accurate. Are you alright? Wang Yuyan then seemed to wake from a dream. I'm fine if I apply a few coats of long eyelashes. Thank you for saving me, young master. It's just a small favor. What's there to mention? Then you tentatively inquired, may I ask if you are Wang Yuyan? After confirming her target, you then began to deceive the Queen of Deception. Actually, I also have some insights into martial arts. I wonder if we can find a quiet and elegant place discussing martial arts while appreciating their names. Alright, then it's young Master Laolin's turn.